Yeah, okay guys, let's see the first problem statement. In the problem statement, if you can see here, is something like this. Write a Python program to get a string made of the first two and last two characters of a given string. ये पहला part है. Then second part of the string is saying something like that. If this, second part of the question is saying like that. If the string length is less than 2, return empty string instead. Right? So let me explain the question first. Okay, the question is saying something like this. If you are having any string, let's say I'm having a string, let's say this is my a, and in here I'm having a string like this, string. This is my string, right? The question is saying that from this string you have to make a new string which is a combination of first two characters and last two characters, right? That means the output you should get is something like the stng, right? Similarly, अगर मैं एक और ले रहा हूँ, let's say I'm saying apple, right? So first two characters is this and last two characters is this. That means here the new string that we will have is apld. Getting this point? This is the first part. Means the first two characters you have to take and last two characters you have to take. Similarly here as well, right? First two and last two. Okay, second part of the question is saying that if the string length is less than 2, right? If I'm saying that if the string length is I, right? I. So what's the length of the string? That is 1. Okay, less than 2 है? Yes. So at that time what you'll be doing is, you will be returning the empty string. That means a string which is having nothing, right? So you will be returning here empty string, right? That means if the length is not 2 and if I'm having is length is equal to 2, so at the time what will happen? The string should become like this, is, right? So if the length is 0 or length is 1, so at the time you'll be returning the empty string, right? That means if you are having the I, so in the output screen we should not get anything, right? Got it? So now let's see how we can do it. First we will see here, then we will do the coding part. So I'm saying like this, let's say हम ना यूज़र से इनपुट ले रहे हैं, यूज़र is giving me the string as world, WORLD. Now we know about the indexing, that is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. यहाँ पे we are having a negative indexing, that's -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Getting this point? So how I'll be getting this 2 and how I'll be getting this 2, right? So इन्हीं का एक combination बनाना है word का. ओके, सो यहाँ पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं? आप बोलोगे सर लेट्स से दिस इज़ बीन स्टोर इन ए, तो हम बोलेंगे ए ऑफ 0 ले लो, देन विल बी टेकिंग द ए ऑफ 1, आ गई ये दो चीज़ें, देन विल बी टेकिंग ए ऑफ 3, then we'll be taking a of 4. Adding them up, we make something like this, WOLD. Remember this thing, there is something called as a concatenation. Concatenation is something like this. If I am having a string A and I am adding this up with string B, and the output that you will get here is something like this, AB. Similarly, if I am having a string 1, I am having a string 2, right? If I am adding them up, it will not become 3, what it will become? 1, 2. But which one? This wala string it will become, right? Same thing we are having here. So what is happening here? This a of 0, go to the a, go to the location number 0, what it will give you? W. A of 1, go to the location 1, go to a, go at the location 1, what is present over there? That's O, that I am saying W plus O, obviously it is string. A of 3, go to the location 3, what is present over here? L, take that, plus go to location number 4, what is present over there? D, right? So this is what we can get is adding them up, it will become something like this, right? But there is one more way why you are doing this one by one. We are having something called as a start and stop. So what I'll be saying here is I can say something like this as well, a of so आप यहाँ पे ये भी बोल सकते हो. So apart from this, so you can also say something like this. What I will say is, I will say a of this thing, you can say like 0 और 1 चाहिए हमें, क्या हम बोल सकते हैं? स्टार्टिंग कंडीशन इज 0 एंड स्टॉपिंग कंडीशन इज 2. जब हम स्टॉपिंग कंडीशन 2 देंगे तो ये आपको W देगा बिकॉज यू आर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम द 0 इट्सल्फ. कैन आई राइट समथिंग लाइक दिस, a of 0 colon 2, right? This will give you the w this thing starting from index number 0 w 1 and add 2, you will be stopping here. That means this thing will give you wo, right? Plus we'll be doing a of start from 3 4 we need, so where should we stop? At 5. I will say here colon 5. This will give you something that is ld. Then when you will add these up, so what will happen? Concatenation will happen. So something like this will be the output, right? But as I told you, there is this case as well. As we can say here, if I am saying a of colon 2, right, plus a of 3 colon. So here what we are saying, start from initial condition that is 0 and stop at 2, right? Will we include this 2? No. And here we are saying start from 3 and go till last. So whatever is present over there till last, give me that. That means this thing will give you again wo, it will stop here, and plus a of 3 onwards, that is this l and d. This will give you, this will give you l and d, and when you add them up, this will give you WOLD, right? So that means this is also correct, this is also correct, and this is also correct. All of 3 are correct. So ideal which one is? You can say this one is ideal one, right? But there is issue with this as well, right? Let's say something like this. If I am saying let's do the coding, I will do something like this. I am saying str string, that means the string that I am receiving from the user, and I will say here input, and here I will say enter the word or sentence, right? कुछ भी यूजर यहाँ पे enter कर ले, right? So after that what we have to do is, I will say something like this. As I know we need first 2 characters, I'll say print. What you have to print? Yeah, let's create a word first. Let's create a word first and store it in somewhere. I will say output is equal to what? I will say a of 0, then we can do plus a of 1, then we can say plus a of 3 plus a of 4. Let's keep the name as a, so because we have used over there a, so we'll be using here a only, right? Now whatever be the output, I will say print output, or I can say here some message I'll be printing along with that. So the final word is this, right? So now if I will run this program, and here I am giving the word WORLD, world, right? So you are getting the WOLD. This one is correct, right? Whereas a second thing that I am showing you, the second thing was like this. Let me comment this line. Okay, now we'll be creating the another variable by the same name output, right? And I'm saying output is equal to a of, let's check all the 3 things, right? I said you start from 0 go till 2 plus a of start from 3 and go till 5, right? And then print the output here. So now if I will run it, and again I am giving WORLD, world, now you are getting the same output as well, right? So third thing that we have seen here, that was something like this. Again I will be commenting here. You know, if I am commenting something, that means that line will not be executed, right? Here I will do something like this, that I have shown you the third one. A of, I will start from, not give the initial condition, and here I will not give the stopping condition, still you will get the same result. Now if I will run it, and I am giving again here WORLD, world, right? You are getting again the same out. But there is a one problem with this logic. The problem with this logic is like this. Suppose if I will use some other word, now I am giving the word as amazing, right? So what output we should get here? AMNG, right? This is the new word that we'll be having here, AMNG. Now if I'll be running it out, so here the word what happened here? Let me clear the screen. Okay, now if I am running it again, I am seeing here amazing. Okay, what you are getting? AMZING, right? So it is just lefting this A here and giving me the amazing. So what is happening here? So let's check it on a white screen. So what happened here? I said AMAZING, right? So what is the index number here? 0. What is the index number here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here it will be 6. So obviously you are writing something like this. You are writing A start from initial, go till 1, plus A start from 3, go till last, right? So here now this thing go till 2 will give you AM, right? And you are saying start from 3 go onwards, so this will give you zing, right? So the obviously the word will become AM zing, right? So this is the problem here. That means agar aapka word is of 5 characters, then this logic is correct. But if user is giving some different word, that means this logic is not correct. So here we'll be using something like this. We'll be using our mind. We know that for any word, चाहे वो sentence हो या कोई और word हो, these two, to get these two characters, we have to take this till 2, till index 2 we have to take, right? To get these two characters, if we will be going with the positive indexing, sometimes it will be 5 6, sometimes it will be 3 4, right? So now this will be 6. So if I will go with the same logic, that so for A of till 2 it will give me the AM, and for 3 onwards, that means 3 onwards, it will give me ZING, which is wrong. We don't want this, we want something like this, AMNG, right? So obviously if the language changes, that means this positive indexing will not work at that time. Then we have to use this logic. We know this, there is something called as a negative indexing. That means this is -1, this is -2, -3, -4, and so on. For this one as well, it is -1, this is -2, -3, -4, -5, right? If there is some other name here, I will say coding. Again, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, right? So now if you will see here pattern, to get the first two initials, what you have to use to get these first two initials, what you will be using? You will be using the positive indexing. Means you will say something like this, A of 0, yeah, you will say A of, you will say something like this, A of colon colon 2. For every word it will give you the first two characters, that's AM for this, WO for this, or CO for this, right? But if you are saying something like this, A of 3 onwards, for this it will give you the zing, which is wrong. For this it will give you the LD, which is correct. For this it will give you ING, which is again wrong, right? So if you will see the pattern here, for this word they are present at -2, -1 location. For this word they are present at last two locations. For this word as well, they are present at last two locations. That means we should do something like this. What should we do? We should write something like this, A of colon colon 2 plus A of -2 colon colon onwards. So this, for this word it will give me the NG, sorry, it will give me the AM, plus for this -2 onwards it will go to the -2 location, and onwards it will go till the right hand side and it will give me the NG, right? It will become this. And for this word, this A of colon colon 2, it will give me the WO, that means I will get here WO, plus this is saying -2 onwards, it will go to the -2 location, onwards it will give me the LD, which is correct again, right? And for this coding, this first two part will give me the CO, plus for this negative indexing -2 onwards, it will give you the NG, right? So that means for every word this one is correct now, right? This logic is correct now. Because why this is not correct? What if our length of a word is increasing, so at that time this might give you the wrong results, right? So you can also understand like here this, if you will see the question is itself saying like this. The question itself is saying you have to take the first two characters and the last two characters. When we understand it, we have to take the last two characters. We should like assume like that, okay, if I have to take the last two characters, so they will be present at the -1 and the -2 location, right? So for that, for any word, now if you will give here, so the character thing is here, pass here -2. Now if I'll be passing any things here, so it will be correct. Now let's say I'm saying here, hi, my name is decode, right? So what should be output here? Hi D, that means HYD, because first two characters is high and last two characters is DE. Getting this point? Now if I will hit enter here, okay, you are getting HYD. Now you give anything, it will be valid for everyone, right? I am saying like this QWERT, right? So output should be QWERT, right? कोई भी सभी word दे दो, so for every word this program is now valid. So this is the best program you can. Okay, so this is the program that you can use here. Maybe there is some other combinations, you can also use that. Let's say one more combination I can say you here. The combination will be something like this. That's also the valid one. So if you will just want to use the positive indexing, let's say we take only these three words. I will say coding, CODING. Second word I will be taking is that is world, WRLD. And third I'll be taking is let's see, amazing. Okay, let's go with the positive indexing only. I will say 0 1 2 3 4 5 0 1 2 3 4 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? So if you need these two characters, now again we have to take these two, we have to take these two, I have to take these two. These things, you know, how should I, how we can get it? I will simply say a, if the identifier, I will say a of colon 2, right? Plus, now how to get these last two characters? So can we say like, if I have to find the length of this one, it is 1 2 3 4 5 6. इसकी length क्या है? 6, right? 1 2 3 4. Okay, let's see this first. Length is 6. So we need last two characters. So last two characters, can I say it should be 4 onwards? It should be 3 onwards, it should be 5 onwards. How to get this fourth character? Can I say here it is 6 minus 4, 6 minus 2, that's equal to 4. For this, what is the length here? 1 2 3 4 5. 5 minus 2 again, it will give you the 3, right? So here if you say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that means for this it will be 7 minus 2, and that will be equal to 5, that means 5 onwards. That means here then we can say something like this, a of, to get the length of any string, we have a one input function, that is length. I'll say len, किसकी length a की निकालो, right? This is simple braces here, और minus करो उसमें 2, उसके onwards जाओ. Getting this point? Now here we are having some word, let's say LISTN. Listen is the one of the word, and it is 0 1 2 3 4 5, right? So these two, obviously you know it will give the LI, right? Now you are saying go to the A. Before going to the A, what you have to do? You have to find the length. So what's the length of this word? It is 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? Minus 2, 6 minus 2 is 4. That means this thing is becoming something like this, 6 4 onwards. Okay, go to the location 4, that's E onwards, it will give you the EN. Same thing, it will be valid for this as well. So here you are having the length 7, so we'll go A, right? Length is 7, 7 minus 2 onwards, that means it is somehow like equal to 7 of 5 onwards, right? So it will go 5 onwards. Let's run this program as well. So I'll be doing something like this here now. Okay, same, I'll be doing change in this only. So here I'll say a of length, किसकी लेंथ निकालनी, a है, और उसमें subtract क्या करो, -2, उसके onward जाओ, that will be your output. Now let me clear the screen here. Okay, now if I will run it, and here I'm giving the word as 45, sorry, WOR ld world, and it is WLD. Again, if I will run it now, I am giving the enter, so it will give me E and ER, right? You can try any combination here, so it is valid also. Getting this thing. Now second part of the question, it is saying that if the string length is less than 2, right? It's not saying equal to 2, it's saying if it is less than 2, what you will do, you should return an empty string at that time. So here we have to put the constants. Let me remove these things here from here. Okay, these are commented, they will not be executed. So if I will say here, we have to check first. For what have to check, what is the length of this a, right? If this length of a is less than 2, shall we perform this operation? No. If the length is greater than 2, then what should we do? We should perform this operation. Can I say that a length of is a key if it is greater than or equal to 2? If it is greater or equal to 2, what we'll be doing is we will be doing this operation, right? Is a vice versa. If it is saying less than, हम उसको उल्टा करते हैं क्योंकि greater ना होना चाहिए. Else what we'll be doing here is I will say print nothing, right? Or I can say the empty string like this, right? Print nothing. Okay. Yeah, we can say okay. That's also fine. So let's say if I'm running this program here, now here I am giving something I. Am I getting some output here? No, right? So instead of writing here this nothing, I will say something like this: the length of input string is less than 2, right? Now if I will execute it again, if I will run it again, and here I am giving now I, and what's happening, the length of the input string is less than 2. So what is happening here? So when I am passing here I, so I is stored in a, and here you are checking if length of a, what is the length of a now? 1. Is 1 greater or equal to 2? No. Condition false. When condition is false, will you go inside? नहीं. वह कहाँ जाओगे आप? else part में, and here you are printing this message. Let's say I am giving here world, WRLD, world. A is receiving the word. Now you are checking the length of word. Length of word is 5. Is 5 greater or equal to 2? Yes. Output will be then this thing operation that will be performing. Now what if I will do just the 2 words? What if I will just use the 2 length is just the 2 characters is? So what is happening here? Is, right? So if anyone wants to understand this, how this thing is happening, it will be something like this. So what you are saying is, you are saying something like this. You are saying your input is, right? So obviously you are storing it in a. So if condition is there, if length of a is greater or equal to 2, right, then you are saying here a of colon 2 plus a of minus 2 colon, right? Now check this is is. So what is the index number? 0. What is the index number? 1. What is the negative index? -1. What is the negative index? -2, right? So here what is happening, you are saying a का ये ले लो positive part 0 1, so it will be is plus you are saying -2 index onwards, that's -2 index onwards, it will again give you the is, and here you will be getting is is, right? That's what's happening in this question. Okay, thank you, hope you understood it. If you are having any doubt, you can leave the comment here.